As long
Oh my
as it's
God.
fried.
We are going to have fish stew!
Yay! I need food, actually.
I'm running out of places to
You're
put
making
food.
me want to make a video just countering you.
Also, here's more stuff.
Because I know more about the rest of the story.
Well, there are people that have made whole-ass hour videos to post.
We're gonna have to use Trenton's box to put extra stuff in. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That bit's over. Yeah, that bit's over.
That bit's far.
Okay.
I mean, I still think he should have his own room, but that bit's over.
Okay.
Trent was like, thank fucking God. Also, I'm gonna take one of the bigger fishes because I'm gonna try to stay out there as long as possible.
Okay, I need to grab some pomfrets and stuff.
Finally, this series will stop reminding me of all the times I was bullied in high school.
This.
No, anyway, there's like, I love Steven Universe, as in I love the characters and the commitment of the show and stuff, and a lot of things they did do right, but there's so much to unpackage with Steven Universe, and you don't really think about it until after the show is done. And as much as I love the involvement with the show, I hate when shows are so predictable. Like, I love... Oh, I'm dead. Can someone save me? Like, I love that we got the chance...
Steven Universe is ending predictable. Wait.
Because as soon as they hinted, like a whole ass, like before, like literally a whole year before the show ended, I already knew how it was going to end. Because it became that predictable. As soon as they hinted that Steven was Rose Diamond, I was like, fuck, they're really going with that.
Oh, you didn't see the actual... You still haven't seen the full ending.
But still, that was so predictable. I knew that as soon as she became Pink Diamond, that was the way they were going to get to the diamond.
You still haven't seen the movie or the full ending.
I haven't. Not to mention that. Well, I'm talking about the series right first. Okay, the series, and not to mention that I feel like the
future.
Yeah, but even then, they kind of butchered Rose's characters too by just doing that. And I get that it was planned, which I mean, I guess that's why a lot of things of the show
and explains a lot of, and it actually explains a lot of what her choices were, and why she started the war and everything else.
Where's the? Do we have shark bait? Someone throw shark bait out.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me do that. Shit.
The problem with Steven Universe was that it was trying to do a lot, but doing so little. And then what they did was so rushed or just brushed over as if it was nothing. The way they treated the cluster and Malachi was so poorly done. Even when I first watched
I would have liked more of that. But
when they showed the trailer,
it was confirmed that the Malachite thing was literally Cartoon Network's just saying, "Hey, you have to wrap this up."
But it wasn't Cartoon But the thing is that Rebecca Sugar even admitted that fighting scenes were not her thing. She liked the slow dialogue and stuff and the builds up, and I like that. I don't blame her for that. Yeah. I like that part too. However, if you're going to spend a lot of time with that, you need to have a payoff. And I'm not talking about the fusions and all of that, because showing the fusions very little makes the fusion special. Like, I get that. Dragon Ball does that too.
I could tell she likes the long talks.
The build-ups were good. Like, I feel like the building to the cluster was great, and Malachi was decently done well. But it was just the actual final climax that it made the episode feel so underwhelming. Like, I was like, even when me and my brother first watched it when it premiered, the first thing I was like, after the episode ended with her and Malachi, my brother was like, oh, that's it? We're done? And then after the cluster got all finished up, I was like, huh. And I was like, that's not the way I expected it to go down. And my brother immediately was like, yeah, that was underwhelming. Like, this was like back when the show first, when I didn't hate on the show. I was just like, oh, that was underwhelming. Like, the signs were already just kind of picked up with how little they were doing that. And I found that very upsetting because they were building up to it. They were doing so well building up to it, and then they just did nothing with it. And I felt so bad. And not to mention that the only decent character that got any, like, arc was Steven and Paradox. Which is probably why Paradox is one of the more favorite characters of the show, because she's one of the only main characters that gets
an actual
Amethyst. Yeah, but even for Amethyst, it wasn't like, it was, I don't know, like...
For Amethyst, it was literally she found a home.
That's not an arc, that's a story, a background story. I'm talking about development, where they started...
That's what an arc is! An arc is a background story.
A development, a character being developed is where they started and where they end, and how they grow from that. And here's what Steven
where Amethyst started.
Steven starts out as a naive kid. Actually, you know, even Steven's arc, I didn't really like how they ended with Steven's arc. But, you know, Steven's arc is just kind of...
You haven't seen the end of Steven's arc, because Steven's biggest arc is in the future.
Yeah, and I've seen it. I'm not talking about Steven's future right now. I'm first talking about the main series. Steven's universe future is it's not part of the series.
Yes, it is. It's literally the final climax. It's the final.
Yes, but it's like its own mini-series. All right, no.
No.
Yes, I looked into it because when I looked on Wikipedia to find the episodes,
they call it a mini-series, but it's actually literally the final episodes of Steven Universe in general.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's...
All of the series connects into forming a one.
Yeah, but that just...
Including the movie.
It's not... Yes, but the movie isn't part of the main series. It's a movie that goes with the main series. I'm not talking about that at the moment.
It actually builds up to the rest of the series.
I'm going to get to that. I'm just talking about first, one thing at a time. I don't even know where I was at. But the thing is that, like I said, Paradox was like the only character that got like a decent arc. As in, she started as a villain and then ended up finding a different purpose and actually growing from that purpose. It actually was it took you know, a few episodes throughout to actually get from point A to point B, and I like that. Steven, I think he did have a good development. He had a good arc. Now I'm going to be honest, this is my personal opinion. This part is my personal opinion. It's not saying it was bad storytelling, but in my personal opinion, I don't like where they ended up with Steven. Steven, I don't know. Like, I get I get that there are going to be shows where everyone reforms and everything. Even though that annoys the hell out of me, I get that. But I just don't think Steven actually learned anything. Like, it would have been a much bigger development if Steven was forced to fight people that he didn't want to fight. If Steven had to make a choice to actually...
You see, that's where Future comes in, because Future literally did that with him. He is forced to fight people he doesn't want to fight.
I know Jasper is a big part of it. I know Jasper.
And he's actually forced to do things that he doesn't want to do. And that's why things get really insane.
But that was something they should have done in the series as Steven was growing up. That was something Steven shouldn't...
But I'm glad that they saved it for later, because now he could make a more adult decision about... Because what they did in Future, I doubt any child of Steven's age at that time of the main series would have been able to make. It would have destroyed.
Steven was like, what, 13, 14? You haven't seen Last of Us, because that's how old Ellie was, and she makes those same adult choices.
Yes, but that's in an apocalypse. We're not talking about an apocalypse. We're talking about...
We're talking
about a child who's been forced into living the life of a gem elite.
I don't know. There were just these little things in the show. Like, there's just so much. Like, I love Steven Universe, but if I could change the entire series, I would.
Yeah, I need to show you the. I need to show you the comic books, and you need to watch the movie in future. Because honestly, I think
I've
seeing all
seen
of them.
Future. I haven't seen the movie. I don't want to. The movie is
How much? Wait, how much of Future have you seen?
enough.
You need to see the end. You need to see the full thing to get the entire freaking thing.
I've seen the entire freaking thing. I'm not, but that doesn't.
So you've seen Steven's final act with the giant thing that he does.
The giant thing that he does. I love how you are describing.
I'm trying not to spoil in case anyone hasn't seen it,
yeah,
because it is a very awesome.
That's why I'm trying to not talk so much.
I will hint that there's a big awesome thing that happens at the end of Future, the full end of Future.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to say it, but I know what happens. I get the future.
So wait, you haven't seen it? Wait, what?
I've seen it. I know what happens to him. I know what he ends up doing.
And do you know what he winds up doing because of it?
Yes, I
Joey said yes, drop it.
That doesn't change my opinion of the show. I love it, but there were a lot of mistakes. That's what I'm just trying to make out, and I'm playing the little mistakes that I believe.
Every show has mistakes.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like Steven Universe could have been better if they just did on a whole other direction. And the reason why I'm not talking about Future is because I think Future did those things better. The only problem is it was just too little, too late. And I get that not all shows are planned out and perfect within the first season. I get that. Like, it took me watching the first 3-4 episodes of Rick and Morty to get why people like that show. And even then, it was like, holy hell, what the fuck is this show? Like, every person I've met who watches Rick and Morty have always said the same thing. They had to get into the show first. Like, they had to watch a few of the episodes to give it a chance. They didn't go into the show being like, oh, this is a great show coming in.
I will say I got into the show fairly quickly just because I like the multiverse theory stuff. I love shows that explore that, and the way Rick and Morty explores it is very unique.
Oh fuck! Oh, we need more.
It reminds me of Gravity Falls in little ways. Probably because Alex Hirsch is friends with the creator, but
give me a minute.
But when it comes to like but the thing is that at the point of Steven Future, the show's been out for like what 4 or 5 years. This is stuff that you should have been doing within at least the second, third season of the show. Oh my gosh, shark, stop biting me! Like, honestly, I will say this. I think the first 2 seasons of Steven Universe are alright. They're not perfect, but they do its job. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th season, I think it's the cluster. I believe when the cluster happened, the end of the cluster, not the build-up to it, that's when I feel like everything started falling apart.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I hated how they did the cluster. I got to emphasize.
Everyone hates how they did the cluster. What are you talking about? The cluster was so rushed.
They should have not... Well, I hate how they did Malachi, too. They should have not done it in 2 episodes. And if they did it in 2 episodes, they should have made it better. Also, I wish they did more...
I'm gonna spoil a future plan for my channel. I plan to do an entire Steven Universe roleplay, and I'm gonna try and do it even better than friggin' anything Rebecca Sugar has produced.
The thing is that I don't... So I
it's
think
gonna be more mature, because there's actually gonna be swearing occasionally.
I think Rebecca Sugar is a good songwriter, and I believe she has good story ideas. The problem with Rebecca Sugar, and when it comes to forming a good concrete story, is that I think that she focuses so much on the wrong things. She's so focused on the dialogue of conversation and emotions and everything, which is why if you watch Steven Universe, which I will say probably one of the biggest things of what made me like Steven Universe was the emotion and the like relatable of the characters.
Yes, the character emotions and everything are amazing.
Which is why it's so well done, because that's what Rebecca Sugar loves to do. But the problem is, you have to have, when it comes to a show, which her themes and what's going to be in it, you have to have more than that. I feel like if she put just as much as time in those scenes as she did with those emotional scenes, I feel like the show would have been better. Also, the show it should have not been that predictable. Even if you wanted it to end the way it did, which I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the way it ended. Not Steven's future. I didn't like the way the actual series ended. That was way too, and it's worse because it didn't convince me. Like, if you want to do something that's like unbelievable, you have to convince your audience, and that was not convincing. I will give Blue Diamond a pass.
Yes, blue and yellow.
I cannot. No, not yellow, and especially not white.
No. My argument for yellow is she would have reformed for blue. Because if blue reformed, you can see the bond, especially in the episode where they're seeing why so blue.
If it was more developed and we saw more of her background, then I probably yes, but no.
I'm going off of what we do have, and frankly, you can see through any episode where yellow and blue are there, you can see that they have a bond because they spend so much time together because they're so close.
I don't see it. I mean, it would actually been kind of cool, because this is what I thought was going to happen. I had way too much expectations for Steven Universe, by the way, but I thought that what was going to happen is that when Blue reformed, because I always knew Blue, I figured if there was going to be a reform of the Diamonds, it was going to be Blue. That was not a surprise for me.
I like how Blue is here, and we're talking about Blue Diamond.
And what ends up happening, I honestly thought that Yellow Diamond was going to have to choose. Like, they're going to make that she was going to have to choose, and then they fight. They battle it out, and either Yellow, I thought Blue was going to kill Yellow. That's what I thought was going to happen. I honestly thought that they were going to battle it out, and she was going to do it, and then Steven's going to be like, why did you do that? And then kind of, starts forming why Rose, with the whole pink diamond shatter thing and why she lied and everything, and slowly Steven realizes that you can't save everyone, and if you want to save the people that matter, you're going to have to kill the ones that are going to prevent you from saving people. That's what I honestly thought the show was.
That's not a good message for a kid show.
But it's realistic. Like, even My Little Pony has done an actual, My Little Pony actually has done that lesson. Not only done that lesson, but done it with a child. Like, one of their last villains is a child. And they stuck with the point that people never change, and you're going to have to stop them. Now, they don't kill the villains, but they stop them. Even the girl, even the child, they end up stopping her. And that's what I thought they were going to do. Which, I don't know. If I wanted to, I could go on a whole, 3-4 hour video rant on, the mistakes of Steven. So, yeah.
How long have I been recording? Well, no, two-parter.
Yeah, by the way, you should, in the actual video, you should probably cut out this part, because this is very long-winded.
Oh no, this is normal. This is a normal video for me. I mean, Blue can tell you, me and Enzo normally just wind up talking for half the video. Or me and Blue.
I mean, I couldn't do a whole podcast if what's wrong.
Our videos are kind of just podcasts where we actually do stuff.
Also, I guess what I want to know is, I want to know why they didn't put Jasper in the movie.
Put who? Wendy?
Blue Jasper.
Oh, Jasper? Oh, well, Future explains that. She's not in the school, she's out in the middle of the forest.
I don't know. Like, that's what I was.
And she doesn't. She wants the Earth to die. Do you think she'd care? She wanted the Earth to die at that point. She wanted all life to die. Because she was still stuck in the old era. Weighing anchor.
Anchors away, anchors away.
Anyway, yeah, I have my own story for a Steven Universe type roleplay that I want to do. Eventually. I've been setting up for it.
We have so much soup. We are going to eat some of it. Otherwise, we are going to run out of room again.
I wish Steven and Connie, you know.
Huh?
With Steven and Connie. I wish.
Actually, I'm going to. I feel like the original series like focused too much on Steven and not enough on like other characters.
Yeah, they did. I wish Connie got more.
So I'm like.
I wish Connie got more attention, and I wish they don't. I know he proposes to her, but I think she rejects it. Yeah, she does.
You haven't seen that episode?
I have seen it. How would I know this stuff if I didn't?
Quite simple. Spoilers. That was all over the internet when it happened.
Well, I didn't even look any of that stuff. Yeah, but they don't get together.
You didn't have to look it up. You just look in YouTube, and all of a sudden it was there. When it happened, everyone was just posting about it.
Well, I wasn't involved with that now. I didn't have access to that.
It was so sad. He made a song for her too.
Yeah, but I know they don't get together.
They do. What are you saying? They don't get together. They do.
Oh, no, I meant like in that episode. That was hard.
Well, technically they've been together, according to the movie at least.
I will be honest. I haven't seen the movie. I've only seen.
You need to see the damn movie.
But I don't want to.
It's actually good. It's actually good.
It's good, and I hate them.
It's actually amazingly good. Like compared to the rest of the series, it's actually really freaking good.
I didn't like when Dragon Ball did it. I don't like.
Having a canon movie?
No, having every single villain turn good. It's not even interesting at that point.
Again, this villain deserved their redemption the most out of any villain that's ever been on the series.
Oh, fish stew!
Including Peridot. I will tell you this, Wendy. The villain of this movie deserved the redemption even more than Peridot or Lapis.
I wish they did more with Lapis.
I know, that's why I'm making Lapis one of the main characters of my roleplay. You forget, I love Lapis.
My brother loves Lapis too. He wanted so much more done with her. He was so upset. But wait. Okay, I'm gonna be honest though, I haven't seen Steven Universe in like over a year. Do they end up getting together? Like, wait, I can't say this because I don't want to spoil.
I don't want to spoil the ending for you, Dan.
Fine.
You need to see the final ending, please.
I've seen the final ending. I'm talking about him and Connie. Hold on.
I know the final scene with him and Connie. You need to see it.
I've seen it. I don't want it.
It's very confirming considering what they do. The final scene in Steven Universe Future when he's saying goodbye.
Shut up. Don't say anymore. Don't say anymore.
Alright.
The reason why I've been trying to avoid Future, and you keep trying to talk about Future, and I'm like, I can't talk about Future.
Because you've already seen the rest of the series.
I'm not but not everyone else has, and I'm trying not to be. I hate spoilers. Like, someone already spoiled the ending of Attack on Titan Season 1, and I hated that. Which is probably why I have yet to finish it.
Who the fuck spoiled that?
The same girl that ruined My Hero Academia for me.
Oh, screw them.
Oh! Drop anchor. Drop anchor. There's a thing over there.
I got it. I just didn't touch the boat.
Okay.
I did a clutch move, but still weigh anchor because we have a bunch of shit that we need to get.
So, yeah.
Hold on. I need to
That's what I'm trying to ask. Okay, I don't want to spoil.
I need to drop a bait.
I just realized that I'm being bitten.
Oh, let me see what you actually.
I will say this. I did enjoy. Well, I will say that I did. Like, I don't know. I mean, Rebecca Sugar have said some dumbass things, and some of the things they've done with Steven Universe, like cringe, like it made my eyes rolled. Like, did you see that? Like that race? I don't want to. That one little. You know how when Cartoon Network and Dove.
Sharks
Banded together, and they made those like non-bully, like anti-bully videos, promos and stuff. Well, they did the same thing, but as this time it was obviously for Black Lives Matter, and it was really cringe. I'm just gonna say it. It was so bad.
Okay, I'm not sure. Should I explain?
Like the message was.
You know, I'll say yes for now.
The message was obvious, and I mean, the message was, you know, everyone should be treated fairly. You shouldn't ignore the bad things that goes on for other people, and that for some people life is harder. Like, I get that. The way they just showed it though was really cringe fest. If you haven't seen it, don't.
Wait, what show?
Steven Universe.
Oh, Steven?
No, they used Garnet because. Oh my gosh, I hate talking like this. They use Garnet because Garnet is played by a black woman. I'm just gonna say that.
Sharks off the bait. Sharks on the bait.
Be a racist. It's actually a quote from the promo. Hey. Yeah, Garnet, thank you for saying the fucking
Bird.
It's so cringe. I've seen it. I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and I was cringing. It is.
I already got it.
What happened?
She's going for the raft that I already snagged.
There's a nest.
Is there eggs in it?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get at. Oh, I can't break it. Oh well.
I was gonna say I snagged it without jumping on the boat.
Either way, yeah, that's my opinions on Steven Universe. I don't know. If I had it, it had a lot of potential. It had a lot of good moments. It had a lot of, they did a lot of good risks that I will forever, you know, stand by.
Yes.
And they, and I will say, despite how the characters were used, you can tell that the creator loved her characters, which makes us love them. And I love how she tried her best with them. I don't think she did a good job with a lot of them, but I know that this show meant a lot to her. And for that, I give Steven, and I'm not saying Steven is a terrible show. There are a lot worse shows out there. But in the terms of coming as like you know, ratings and what I do believe Steven Universe was given a little bit more praise than it actually deserved. I would give the show I would give Steven Universe like a 6-7 out of 10, a 6.5 out of 10.
Did you just die?
No.
Damage.
I took damage, but I didn't die. That's for me. I know you are much more nicer to the show. I've seen this. I watched the show mostly from the beginning. I don't know.
Because I kind of spammed every episode and watched them religiously and learned everything I could in order to understand what the hell that was going on.
So me and my brother got into it after the beginning of season 2. We started watching Steven Universe, and we binge watched the entire first season. It's the only show that I ever binge watched. This was the only show, which is the reason why I thought I really liked the show. Was it was the only show I ever binge watched that didn't irritate me, because I can't binge watch shows because then I end up getting like annoyed, and then I get bored, and then I just don't watch the show for a while. Steven Universe and My Little Pony are like the only two shows I've done that for, and I didn't get bored of. Which is why I thought Steven Universe was gonna like be like it was gonna like I knew Steven Universe was gonna be something different. And though I do believe it was something different, I don't think it was remarkable. So
Okay.
it had a lot of potential.
It wasn't Gravity Falls, that's for sure.
There was a lot of potential. There was a lot of things they could have done, but they didn't do. And if I should have control over the show of Steven Universe, holy cow, would that show have been much different. Oh, Super Nova says munch munch. Yes, munch munch.
You know what, Wendy? When I do my roleplay thing of Steven Universe with the Minecraft stuff and all that, do you want to play Peridot?
If I have time, sure.
I know your Peridot voice is just raring to go.
I don't know. I haven't done my Peridot voice in a while, so it must be rusty. Like I.
Give it a try. Give it a try.
Oh my gosh! I feel like shit. I'm live.
I want to hear the Peridot voice.
Hold on. I don't know, my Paradox voice is very off. My Paradox voice has been off. I haven't done my Paradox voice in like months. Actually, I haven't done my Paradox voice since I haven't done my voice in nearly a year. I mean, I have done it for fun sometimes, but
just like say
when I play Fortnite, when I play Fortnite and I shoot like there was like I won a solo match.
Do you still shout Claude?
Yes, I know. What happened was that I won a solo match on Fortnite recently, and there was like these two people that was like trying to kill me. So I literally like quickly shot I shot one. The other one nearly killed me, and then I killed him. And I was like, "You Christ, no!" Just like shouting it so loud.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, because no one can master to the inferior. That is me.
Next time the bird lands, just let it land, and I'm gonna shoot it.
I will say, your Peridot voice is not the best Peridot voice, but it is the most unique.
I'm rusty. I haven't done it in.
I'm going to shoot that shark. I swear to God, next time it surfaces.
Or my Fluttershy one.
Of course, the My Little Pony ones are. The fuck did I just hear? What just happened?
I shark bit me and I cried.
Did you die?
No, I didn't. I didn't die. Oh, by the way, here you go. Here you go.
Okay. Yay!
What the hell? Okay, I think your character is now desynced for me because those packages were shooting out from nowhere. They were shooting out of my ass instead of your ass.
Okay. I will say this though: if I had control of Steven Universe, man, that was the one show I wish I could just get my hands on. Yeah, I mean, the first thing, I don't like that Steven was Pink Diamond. I think it would have been cooler if it was Pearl that shattered her. I think that was what they should have done.
That would have led to a much darker conclusion than I think they could have gotten.
Yeah, please eat
these vegetables.
I know, but I feel like that's a much darker conclusion than they could have gotten away with for Cartoon Network.
It's just my vision.
Okay.
Also, I would have focused more on Connie and Lapis. Especially Lapis. Lapis definitely deserved more.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why we're still anchored?
Because I was because I was collecting items, but
are we good?
We can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, well.
I love
I would have not reformed White Diamond. maybe yellow diamond. I would have kept blue. But I don't know about yellow, but I would have not performed white.
Yeah,
I would have moved.
I'm gonna
Because here's why I. Because here's.
You go.
Well, here's why. Because if Steven shattered white diamond, that would have been him reflecting exactly what his mother did. And despite him kind of having this mixed emotions about his mother at this point, he's like, I did it. I didn't like it, but I see why you did it. And I think that would have been a much better, well-developed for Steven than what they did to him.
But then we wouldn't have any of the diamonds at little homeschool or anything.
Yeah, I know, but honestly, I couldn't care less about that.
Hey, I actually like little homeschool. It's a rather nice little concept.
I know, but I would have just preferred. I would have just preferred.
You just wanted someone to die.
I did. I wanted so. I wanted. White Diamond was so annoying. White Diamond was not a likable character.
She wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, and yet they're supposed to convince us that she reformed. Good writing there, Rebecca. That.
I raided the box. I made some flippers for somebody.
In all honesty, the diamonds all seeing was the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
I made flippers for somebody.
I like yellow singing.
Be proud of me.
Oh yeah. What did you make, Blue?
Flippers.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that helps a lot. Let me see. And hey, I mean, I know what you're thinking, that I'm just trying to be critical and biased, but hey, if you gave me this, if I could go on even longer for season 9 of My Little Pony, because that season, woo, there was a lot of issues for season. I mean, it's not a Game of Thrones.
There's a island we're passing.
Oh, hi, Free Fire Gaming. Hello. I'm sorry for anyone who is getting annoyed at my rant. These are things I plan on doing, by the way, for,
This is how normal conversations between me and her go.
Something like that.
We just start talking and then we just don't stop.
Something like that.
Oh, but I could do the same thing for My Little Pony for season 9. It's not Game of Thrones bad, but it's not a bad season at all. There's just a lot of mistakes in the season. Like, at least, at least with Rebecca Sugar, though what we got wasn't necessarily 100% good, at least it worked in the context of its story. As in, because the show was predictable, we kind of knew what to expect, and it didn't feel like anything was like just came out of nowhere. And yeah, My Little Pony did the complete opposite, and everything it did was completely out of nowhere, including the way they ended it. So, yeah. We can drop the anchor. There's a lot of stuff we're missing. Did. Okay.
So don't touch the anchor, please.
So yeah. Yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say about Steven Universe. I don't.
How fucking long have I been recording? I just thought that. I've been recording for another hour.
Yeah,
I've
actually.
been recording for a long time.
Actually, it's literally midnight, and I do have to work tomorrow. So.
I do have work tomorrow too.
We're probably gonna have to end it here soon.
I'm gonna end my video.
Actually, I should probably end it here because I work early tomorrow. No, it's run.
Ah. Anyway, I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, y'all enjoy. Anyway, guys, I will see you in this video. Peace!